Hungarian embroidery is a true art form. Although Hungarian embroideries date back only to the 15th century, there's evidence that embroidery has been a part of Hungarian culture much earlier. It is known worldwide. To do this beautiful handwork, young girls are taught very early by their mothers and grandmothers, and are more intricate and technical aspects are learned along the way. Ruby Peto, a native of Hungarian settlement, has mastered the Hungarian art form of embroidery and has stitched many beautiful pieces. As a child, she learned embroidery from her mother. In her travels to Hungary, she sought out the shops that handled embroidery fabrics, threads, needles, and designs.
I first got involved in embroidery because when we were children and it was bad weather, we could not go outside to play. We had a large family, so what my mother did was handed us something to do when we were children. I might have been maybe 4 years old, but I was handed a needle and thread and a pattern to embroider, and that's what I did. So I learned, and apparently I was always a quick learner, so that's what I did, something with my hands.
In Hungarian style of embroidery, knots are non-existent, and the satin stitch, every thread lined up touching the next thread, is employed throughout the motif. Hungarian thread is thicker than the threads available in this country. It is widely known that in Hungarian embroidery, the reverse side of the piece is just as smooth and flawless as the front side. Each region in Hungary has its own pattern designs particular to that area. Flowers, leaves, and vines, all placed equidistantly from each other, are the most popular.
Most of this embroidery came after we had exchange teachers coming to Albany to teach Hungarian classes. And Magdi Friedman, she taught some of the older people in the settlement on Thursday nights. And she bought patterns and threads from Hungary and gave us each a piece to finish.
Folk art institutes were developed in many cities, and talented women put their efforts together to create many beautiful pieces of embroidery for exhibitions, competitions, and sales. When we embroider, it's very important to use the correct colors and stitches from each region.
These patterns are very colorful, and we do a lot of satin stitching. And also, we know how to finish off these patterns without a lot of threads hanging. And I'll show you what I mean. This is the wrong side of this pattern. There are no threads hanging and there are no knots showing. So that's one of the differences in seeing something that is embroidered in Hungary.
According to some experts, there are approximately 20 or 21 folkloric regions in Hungary. Hungarian embroideries are discussed as they are geographically located within 4 large areas.
Most of the threads are like this. It's a pearlized thread, a size number 8. And you can't get the Hungarian thread here unless somebody has opened a shop to do so. Most of it, and you can get it in that way, or you can get it in the little balls. And they do have some threads in some of your places that are made in France. And they are size 8 pearlized threads, and you can use that too. But all these are all cotton threads, 100% cotton. And it's a 1-strand twisted thread. I think colorful things are to bring beauty where things have been poor and drab in Hungary, where this brings something colorful and pretty into their lives. I just don't think it should be lost. Everything has gone to machines today, and nobody wants to take the time. And these do take time. They're, you know, to do it properly and to do it right, it does take time. But once you create something, it will last several lifetimes taken care of.